welcome back to yet another bullet journaling video. Hello, my name is Melody, and today we are going to be bullet journaling for the month of August. And I'm sure you can tell by now, but the theme I have chosen for August is going to be based on the song August by the one and only Taylor Swift. I know, this is the most creative theme you've ever heard of, August, for the month of August, but we're here, and honestly, my creative juices were at an all-time low when it came to coming up for a theme for this month. I was just kind of in a slump the past week when I was supposed to be making this, and I honestly put this off for far too long. So yeah, I just had to pick something and buckle down, and so I picked August as my theme for August. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. You might be asking yourself, well, how do you make a theme based off a song? Trust me, I asked myself the same thing. I questioned my decision here many a times because I was just kind of flailing, I felt like, for the majority of this month's bullet journal. But basically my idea for this theme came from the lyric video for August on Taylor Swift's YouTube channel. It's kind of this moody, grassy shot, I guess, and that was my inspo for the mood for this theme, I guess. So it's pretty simple. It is very, very simple. I made this bullet journal spread, all three of them. I was able to finish them all in one evening, if that tells you how quickly this bullet journal theme went. So yeah, if you're in the mood for a quick and easy and moody bullet journal, then stay tuned. This is my take of August by Taylor Swift as a bullet journal theme for the month of August. So, yep. I hope you guys like it. Okay, I'm just going to explain really quickly what I'm actually doing to execute this bullet journal theme. So I've basically stuck to about 3 colors, a light gray, a light bluish gray, and a green. And you can see already I've completely colored the background with my light gray fading into the light bluish gray. And then I just kind of markered in the grassy bits with the green marker. These are all Tombow Water-based markers, by the way. I used both the brush tip side and the fine point side of those markers when I made the grass. And I also used my text stamps to write in "'Cause you were never mine" on the left side of the page. I really love that line from the song. And I'm also using those to put "Days Red" down on the bottom. But I still felt like it was kind of bare, so I added these ripped pieces of paper on the left and on the right. On the left, I've included a little bit more lyric there on that piece, and then on the right here, I am putting my key, my color key for "Days Red," "Listened," or "Both." So I put that on the ripped piece of paper, and when I added that, I felt like it did fill up the space a little bit more, but overall it is very simple, very moody, and overall not a lot of bells and whistles this month, which is different for me. I'm usually kind of somebody who will go all out every once in a while in their bullet journal, and this month I did not have that in me. So I kept it very basic this month, and you can see that going forward here on the next spread, which is my books read spread. I'm keeping my boxes this month as bare minimum as possible, and yeah, I'm just keeping this so simple this month. Like I said, it was just not my week. I was not feeling motivated. I was feeling pretty crappy, so this was the perfect theme for me, and I kind of wung it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went into this with very little idea of how this would actually turn out, but I went for it. And you know, sometimes it's okay to do that. It's okay to just experiment and see what happens. And this isn't my favorite bullet journal I've ever done, but I don't absolutely hate it. I don't know. I almost didn't want to post this video because it just isn't my finest hour. It's not my proudest moment. But I do think it does fit the moodiness of August, and you know, I was kind of moody last week, so yeah, I think for where I was in my life at the time, this was what I needed my bullet journal to be, if that makes sense. Here at the bottom in the middle, I am putting in another scrap of paper and another lyric for the song. This lyric says, "Back when I was living for the hope of it all." Another great line from this song. Let me tell you, August was stuck in my head pretty much the whole time I created this bullet journal. Now we are on to the third and final spread. Yes, I am not doing 4 this month. Like I said, I didn't have a lot in me, so we're only doing 3 spreads this month. And this third spread is by far the most experimental so far. I mean, the first 2 were so basic it hurt. And this one I tried to make a little bit more interesting and add a little baby illustration to this page. It's another shot from Taylor Swift's Folklore era, but I'm not sure where this particular shot is from or anything like that, but it's just an image of Taylor Swift walking down a abandoned gravel road, and so I decided to sketch that into this page, into this spread, and I still wanted to tie in the grassy elements from before, which isn't in the original shot. That was my inspiration, but you know, I took some creative liberties here and it turned out okay. I'm not thrilled with this page, particularly in my attempt at adding the background trees, which you will see in a minute. I think the grass is fine. I think the illustration of the woman walking is fine, but you will see in a minute. Here I'm starting to add this background foliage, and just using my limited color palette and these markers, it wasn't my favorite, you could say. And again, I am not caring to avoid my calendars or my boxes. Just like in my previous spreads, I rather them look more like an overlay instead of kind of boxes floating on top, so they are colored in with background color, and I think that works for this month for sure. And here I am again adding some more lyric on the ripped pieces of paper. I think this does help tie in this page and kind of cover up some of the foliage that I didn't particularly enjoy. So yeah, that is a little hack, if you will. And these lyrics read, "But I can see us lost in a memory. August slipped away into a moment in time." Alrighty, it is time for the final flip through. This is by far one of the simplest and quickest bullet journal themes I have ever done, which, if you think about it, makes a lot of sense because this is a bullet journal theme based on a song. That in itself is just such an abstract idea. So, you know, it could have been anything. And I think I did a good job of capturing the mood of the song and the theme of Folklore, the album as a whole. You know, I think I did an okay job, especially when it comes to capturing something so abstract as a song, all the while being in a creative slump, so I think I get props for that. Moving on to the third and final spread, this one was definitely the biggest headache, the one that I was the most disappointed in my execution, but I'm gonna post it anyways because not everything is a win. And even though I'm not thrilled with the foliage, it's still a good page, and I do like the image of Taylor walking away. I think that really adds to the mood of the song and says more to the theme than probably the other pages do. So I do like that aspect of it, despite the foliage being my nemesis. But all in all, that wraps up this August bullet journal inspired by the song August by Taylor Swift. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.